Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, as always, my sweets. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that there's signs and symbols all around you. Okay? Oh, can't even hold it up. There's signs, there's symbols all around you. Spirit is pointing you. I'm really being drawn to like this right here. Pointing you in a specific direction. Route 60, shooting gallery. Something like towards luck. And then also, okay, yeah. So also it's like, what was harder to see? So this, I automatically like got pulled to this side right here was a little brighter, but in the background, there is a sign that's a little bit harder to see that I did not notice at first, which I think is very significant. Something you didn't notice at first. One, look how this arrow is like coming right here, STAR, star. It's pointing towards healing, star. And back here, right here, that the sign is kind of pointing to, is a sign that says make believe. So it's something that was vacant. It's like, oh yes, thank you, Spirit. So Spirit was telling me right before I started this, which like I got so into the cards as soon as it opened up, I forgot. Like Spirit was saying, thank you, Spirit, was saying that there are some things that are supposed to remain a mystery. An important lesson that a spirit guide here wants you to know. It's a particular masculine spirit guide for some of you. Okay. There are some things that are supposed to remain a mystery. And see, the spirit guide is an entity that really believes in knowledge, that really believes in the thirst for knowledge, that really understands, curiosity, and really promotes that within you. They really, really like that you're so curious, that you're fascinated, that you get fascinated by things, that you really allow your imagination and your fascination to lead you to really interesting places. It allows your spirit guides to give you very interesting and intricate details in the signs that they they're like, wow, I really like that I can give you like layered signs. It doesn't have to be like so like boom in your face, and like you'll get like really small details of signs, and you're like putting it together like puzzle, figuring it out, and the spirit guide really, really appreciates that within you. So they don't at all want you to ever feel like that they don't appreciate you wanting to have a thirst for knowledge, because it's one of the reasons they're your spirit guides. Okay, this spirit guide wants to say patron saints. That's going to apply for some of you. Like, there is a reason that the spirit guide says that's why I've chosen you as one of my patron saints. That's why I've chosen for you to be, like one of my people that I follow, that I help, that I assist, that I bring messages through for some of you. It's one of the main reasons they chose you. The two of you are partnered together to work as spirit guide, and person here incarnated together. But they're showing me the high priestess. Like, there are some things in life, like, this spirit guide really appreciates the duality and the thirst for knowledge, and also the understanding that the mysteries of life, of the cosmos, is some of the most interesting part. Keeping some things a mystery is what keeps it exciting. It's what keeps it human. They're saying, like, it keeps it human, and that's the experience you're supposed to be having right now. You might be a starseeder, you might not be used to being human. The spirit is saying, look, believe. Believe, make believe, chill. And then look, it's that same card behind here that just showed itself. Do you see how that just shoop? Yeah, so this robot here is really standing out to me here in this image. This robot back here. And you see how it's like robotic. It can get robotic. It can make life get robotic and predictable. Life is not supposed to be predictable. Life is, look at this yin yang symbol part right here. Life is supposed to be both. It's about the white, like the knowledge, and it's also about the mystery. Right? It's about both. And it's important that you have a good balance between the two. And Spirit, it says that you're really busy looking at things right here. Let's see how this woman is looking down at these masks. You're really busy looking, almost what Spirit wants to say, for the wrong thing. Like, you're really focused on finding enemies, on finding what's working against you instead of what's working for you. And that's why you feel this need to like know things, because you want a sense of security. But Spirit is saying that they want you to get into a state where you can remember that childlike innocence of believing and creating. And if you went through, kind of like what people call the bliss period in your awakening, when you very first wake up and everything's like rainbows and beautiful, and you're just like, oh my God, and you feel source energy with you all the time, and you're being introduced to your spirit guides, and it's all just this new, grand, beautiful awakening and opening before your dark night starts, and you go through your big, huge descent into the other side of your awareness, right? It's not all just about the light side and being like, wow, I'm so connected to God and so connected to all this. But then as your awareness expands, you also become aware of all the dark things that you're connected to too, all your shadow, all your trauma, all your inappropriate behavior, all the inappropriate behavior of people around you, your lack of boundaries and whatnot, whatever it is that you're coming accustomed to that's in your shadow, right? You're both, right? You're both. And that's that's a wild slingshot ride. That's a wild roller coaster ride back and forth when you really go from that high all the way and you zoom plummet down to that low. It's intense. It's intense, and it's a hard part of your journey. And Spirit said a lot of you can feel very much so where you judge yourself, and also you can feel very where it can really like because your trauma response has been to go into survival brain when you experience that crazy shift. And that can also come with a lot of shifting, as your interior and your mind and your spirit is shifting. Of course, what is within reflects without, and your life can seem like it's falling apart too. Marriages can be ending, friendships can be ending, jobs changing, locations. You could be literally losing people. People could be, moving in and out of your life in different ways, sometimes permanently. And that can create this kind of like, they're showing me the 7 of Wands. Like, that can create this, I need to go into defense mode. I need to go into survival mode. I need to shut down, because it's a survival tactic that you have learned, because of your past trauma and things that you have been through in your past. And it's also just a natural instinct of the human ego to protect you, to protect yourself. And the ego is really good when, it's like your ego is like your animal brain, right? Your ego is really good when you're a baby and you're just like, all you are is ego. All you are is just survival. All you are is just, I need food, I need water, I need shelter, I need care. But when it comes to your emotions, and when it comes to your mind, and when it comes to developing intelligence, the ego becomes a thing that you have to integrate inside of yourself. It's not about killing the ego, even though we call it ego death. That's a thing that the spirit guide is kind of just like, what? They're kind of like, but anyway, I'm getting out of it. They're kind of just like, I don't understand that. You can't kill your ego. That's not a part of it. You're supposed to integrate it within yourself. And a lot of people still talk about that, but they think it's interesting that they call it an ego, that's the name we decided to give it in the spiritual community, is ego death, when it's really chateau in integration, because you're not killing your ego. And that paradigm of what death means to a lot of people, it's really hard to overcome what the definition of that word means to a lot of people. It's really hard for a lot of people to expand themselves. So Spirit says, don't be scared to call it different things. Don't be afraid to rearrange and change it to fit, to customize to what really works for you. Because some of you have been scared to like change around names or change around or try new things, especially in your spiritual evolution, because it has been coming up and knocking on the door of old paradigms in your mind of, old thought process, old conditioning from your past life. And Spirit is saying, This is not the end. There was a sense here of this, the end, right? You shut down in the survival mode because you sense the ending of this cycle, the ending of this, what you have called the ego death, or what some have called the ego death. And it's not, right? It's not the end. Like, this is not the end. It might feel like it because a part of you is not dying, it's losing control, and it can feel like dying. Like your animal mind, your animal body has a reaction of, I'm dying. I'm dying. And it's like, it's not real death though. It's metaphorical death. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. And your body's like, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I've never felt this way before. I've never experienced this way before. I've always been in control. Why is that ending? Why do I have to give that up? Like, if I have to give that up, like, I feel like I'm dying, because that's how the ego is programmed to feel. And it, and those are triggers. Those are triggers. But spirit is saying, really concentrate on your good vibes, on really concentrate on really be sensitive of the environment that you are keeping around yourself right now. Okay. Yeah. My heart stops when I look at you. You've been feeling so triggered, my love. Okay, you've been feeling so triggered. Okay, so a different spirit guide is coming forward right now. This is feeling very Pleiadian energy. This is feeling very feminine, Pleiadian energy. That's coming forward right now. That's like, hi, you have been so triggered in your heart chakra. You've been so trained to not really experience a true unconditional form of love. It's really sad. But in a sense where it's also beautiful at the same time, because it is an opportunity for you to truly have an experience of this unconditional love that God and the universe provides for us. That's why you are really born here on this 3D, to experience contrast, to experience the difference between the two, because it's important that you balance between both. It's important that you balance between both, and it's important that you experience both. It's important that you experience what it's like to live on the higher realms as well as on the denser realms as well. It's a part of becoming a well-balanced, full soul. It's a part of every soul's journey, and we all do it at some point. You have chosen a very interesting time to incarnate here in the 3D. You're doing so much hard work, and you've been doing this hard work for a very long time, for many, many cycles. And it is completely natural to go through times when you just feel tired. Okay, it is okay. It's important that you listen to your body. Okay, many times during the ego death, you can have this rejection of self, or rejection of your body, especially when you are coming into the awareness of past lives, and when it's kind of the very act of witnessing this contrast is going to make you have a reaction to it, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so used to it being like this, or I'm so used to it being so easy to manifest things. I'm so used to people being in such, the entities around you being in such, so much more harmony, so much more love and peace and understanding and openness to each other. I'm not used to this. It feels foul. It feels wrong. It feels like a corruption of my energy. And Spirit is saying that's why you can go through this kind of rejection energy here. But that's the point. And to understand that it is all an important part it is all very important. It's all a very important part of your evolution. Okay. A new spiritual entity wants to step forward now. This is a masculine, a blue avian from the 8th dimension that wants, 9th dimension, that wants to come forward and wants to speak now. You are going through such a beautiful spiritual ascension. We are so proud of the work that you are doing here in this place. It's so gorgeous. You are so talented, and we say this from a place where there is no ego to it, but we understand that you might have an egotistical reaction or a rejection of your ego. That's what you're really going through right now, is a rejection of your ego. And that's perfectly okay. All of us are coming together now to really bring this beautiful heavenly body of light forward now. Um, Can only one of you talk at once, please? Okay, the female Pleiadian wants to step forward again. Okay. She has a message for Janice. Bibliothèque. Uh, your library. She's saying it in some French words. J'en suis télé-vous. Je suis télé-vous complice. Complice sorry. Complice de la rue. Ah, that's not that good. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's so broken. I don't really know that much French. I apologize. I apologize. Bibliothèque. There is a book at your library. Walk in the door. 3 rows. 3 rows to your left. Turn around the corner on the very bottom shelf. 1, 2, 3 segments down on the bottom. It's a red book. You need this, okay? You need this, Janice. Rebecca also needs that book. That's what I just heard. Rebecca also needs that book. So share it with her, especially after you read chapter 3. I see you highlighting a section of the book and giving it to her to read. It's important. If you've already done this, yeah, just give it to her. Don't doubt yourself. It's okay. Don't doubt yourself, love. You know what you're doing. Just flow with it. Hi, it's G. I'm back. Yeah, just flow with it, love. Just flow with it. Don't question so much about yourself. You got it going on. You got it going good, babes. Okay. Okay. Oh. There's a crystal that I need. I'm sorry. Excuse me just one second. I'm sorry, you guys. Also, I'm so sorry. Janice, I butchered your name as I was like, Janice. Hey, Janice. I apologize. I'm so sorry, my love. But thank you for being understanding. Okay, I have so there is a really strong, beautiful, like mother energy that wants to come through. She is too she is too big for me to embody and speak through like I was speaking with the other spirit guides that step forward. This is too much of a party. This is too much of a party. There's too much of a good thing happening here with this person. You see all this? I love disco balls. They're beautiful, but that is so many disco balls, and that looks like a to-go party. That's what I keep hearing. Like that's a hell of a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to channel her in a different way. Oh, she wants me to channel through the cards. Okay. Um, this is a big, like, motherly energy. A lot out of the. Oh, this is different. This is not through a. I was about to say through a chakra, but it's not. It's like it's almost as if I'm having to like channel her. Like she's saying, like she's channeling through like my chi or like my soul energy in my body. It's something different. This is so interesting. Okay. She's saying, I come in peace here to spread love and light and joy and understanding. Oh, I don't know why I keep. Okay. Okay, so this is actually Hathor that wants to come through and speak here. This is beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay. She's bringing blessings and greetings. She's bringing peace and growth. She's bringing fruition. Do you guys hear that bird tweeting in the background? I don't know, maybe all you guys can hear is my dog eating in the background probably, but yeah, the same thing. She's bringing spring, she's bringing flowers, she's bringing nourishment, she's bringing manna from the universe pouring into you. I see like a bright like light. It's like a liquid made out of starlight pouring over your crown chakra. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful connection that she is establishing here with so many of you. Hannah. No. That's it. She's showing me. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I was searching for her name. She kept showing me her face. Nikki from Duchess Divinity. Some of you have a message there with her. But also there's someone here named Hannah that she's reaching out to as well. I'm seeing the ocean. I'm seeing the ocean. I'm hearing Yamaya as well. Like, I'm hearing sister, my sister. Excuse me. I'm processing so much. Yes. She is reaching through to the other side to tell you to be so much more kind to yourself. Every mistake is progress, it's growth, right? All these things that you're viewing as mistakes in your life is actually really like beautiful divine intervention. She really wants you to change this mind, this thought process, this paradigm. I'm sorry, you guys, I am struggling to channel her. She's having to expand my throat chakra. And my heart chakra too. Whew, excuse me. She really wants you to just vibe. That's what I just keep hearing. She's like, just vibe. She's like showing me like dancing. I'm seeing dancing, like women dancing in the mist. It's beautiful. It's like they're bathed in like this gorgeous like twilight. They're dancing under the moon. Maybe she wants you to dance under the moon. Yeah. You're going through a grand release right now. Oh, you're releasing so much out of your heart chakra right now. Um, you are releasing and transforming, and she is transforming. You are transforming and integrating your shadow. Look, vibes. That's the vibes. That's the vibe. She's here with you. That's the vibe. She's here with you. Yeah, this is a big, yeah, it can feel quite like psychedelic. It can feel quite, this kind of almost looks like blood transformation, like transforming you at a deep cellular level. Mm. She's almost showing me like, almost like as if this is like a vein. You know how you see like microscopic images of like veins like pumping, this look like cells, it's like blood flowing through your veins. It's like this mana, dark cosmic energy, dark in the sense of like dark feminine energy, not a dark feminine, but in the sense that in general the feminine energy is more like the dark, it's more the void energy, and it's this void energy, and this like it's it's a very Queen of Wands. It's like creation and destruction at the same time energy that she's awakening inside of you. Some of you could also definitely pray or work with Kali as well. She's kind of combining together all of these different kind of energies as kind of as a is just a representation of the many-faced feminine energy. Yeah, it's giving me this many-faced feminine energy, like you call me many names. Oh, look. Dream date. I'm hearing ET phone home. Look, these aliens came and they're eating and they're just like, ooh, let's go get some pizza. She likes playfulness. She likes your playfulness. She likes your sweetness and how giggly you are. Um, she's saying a lot of stuff about like timeline hopping and skipping, being changed at a cellular level, things like activating like light codes, excuse me, activating inside of your blood, inside of your DNA. It's just kind of like triggering energy here. Now she's showing me something closer to like, it's like supernovas happening inside of your body. That is so cool. Like the imagery that she's showing me, it's very cosmic. Yeah, it's very cosmic. It's very um she's reminding me of the Philosopher's Stone, not Harry Potter, just actually the actual Philosopher's Stone. I don't know why I need to say it, not in Harry Potter, but um, that kind of energy, the micro and the macro, the inner world and the outer world. She showed me a lot of like sacred geometry, and it's like blooming out. It's like the flower of life energy. So that's literally the energy that this feminine goddess energy is pouring into so many of our lives. Like she's showing me now how it's like waves at the beach, how right now we're shifting into an age of Aquarius that is flowing a lot more of this feminine light energy into our like quadrant of the universe, and how just like us micro, we take a breath, we inhale and exhale, the universe at the macro does the same, and there is this like inhale where it's like this leaving of this energy, and then this exhale, or vice versa. It's like flipping always. Like sometimes it's the inhale exhale, sometimes it's the exhale inhale. It's this yeah, it's this balancing of the light and dark energy. And how this just the same way is in like kind of how like solar radiation changes your DNA. No. Just as if okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to say a prayer over this reading right quick. Because there's forces that don't want this information out there. But anyway, um the micro and the macro, we're breathing, it's coming in. It's just how kind of like how solar radiation changes and can affect and change your DNA. The same thing happens like on a spiritual energy level. And it's not, and spirit is saying like, they're saying it's not really spiritual. It is, but it's a different form of science, like a higher level of science that we just don't understand. What we would count, said, we would call it spirituality. Other dimensions would call it science. Other dimensions would call it just understanding the universe on a different level that we haven't clearly 100%, tested in a lab. They're rolling their eyes, are like tested in a lab and got proof of it, sort of type thing. We don't know that yet. This is so freaking interesting. I am so into this. Yes. Mm, I love this. Yes, it's like mixing it all up. It's changing. It's changing. So as the universe mixes everything all up, it changes. Like we change as we evolve spiritually and we become more in tune to our spirituality, to our higher selves, to a higher, as we open ourselves up to a higher form of energy, it literally changes us on the micro, on the cellular level. There's your proof. Spirit said, there's your but anyway, that could get so dystopian futuristic. Spirit said there is a timeline out there that's like that. That's why you sense those things, because the universe is ever unfolding in on itself and ever, there are levels to this shit, right? Spirit is saying that the universe is it like in movies you like to depict it as like different universes, like in like the space, like colliding into it, but it's not. It's not like that. It's like Russian dolls, like within. It's because you haven't discovered higher dimensional thinking. Like, how people are just like, oh, there's the third dimension, and then there was like, oh, it's the fourth dimension, and it's like, oh, there's like all these dimensions out there. It's like, they're showing me like models of like space, like they're like plotting like x's and y's, and they're plotting points on x axis and y axis. There's some science, there's some mathematical thing that we don't understand. It's like the universe has a certain shape, but then it's like it refracts like that around a circle around each other. That's what they're showing me. It like the shape just like mimics itself, and it like twists almost like a DNA strand in space and time. That is fucking cool. Thank you so much for sharing this information with me. This is so cool. And maybe I'm not the smartest, most educated person. Like, maybe this is known knowledge. I don't know. Like, I'm picking up some things, like, because I watch, like, some, I really, when I was younger, I really liked to watch documentaries about space a lot. I really loved the Science Channel. It was one of my favorite channels when I was younger. And just watching documentaries about space and time and space theory and string theory and, multi-dimensional, the multiverse theory and things like that. It's very interesting to me. But I wouldn't say that I could like quote theories or anything like that. Okay. Enjoy the waves, surf for life. Yeah. So this is about waves. This is about frequency. This spirit is saying it's about waves, it's about frequency. It's about, yeah, reaching through. What was that? What is that? That's the Doors. Come on through to the other side. Come on through to the other side. Yeah, that's what I just heard. Yeah. So it's about being this like 3D flesh while also being able to reach through to higher thinking, to higher levels. It's interesting. To a lot of higher dimensional beings got their eye on the prize, their eyes on the earth. A lot of interesting things happening here. Let's see. What will it be? What will it be? So there's going to be a lot of people surfing this wave here. There's going to be a lot of people changing and surfing this wave here of this feminine energy. See how, like, at the beginning, this feminine energy showed themselves here as, like, the sun rising here, right? Which is why this is so interesting. This is so interesting. Because I love this shit where it's kind of like science and, like, spirituality combining together. Like, my whole life I've always said that. I'm like, it's the same. It's one and the same. Even when I was a kid, I used to say that. I'm like, it's one and the same. Like, why does it have to be different? It doesn't. It's not. Because I've never felt like it needed to be. But there's this, like, need or this, like, want in the humankind to, like, separate the two. It's like, why? They don't have to be separate. They don't have to. They're just kind of like, oh, you can't prove spirituality, so it doesn't fit inside the science community. It's thinking on a very 2D level. It's thinking on a very basic level. You need more multi-dimensional thinking. You need more layers. That's what it's showing me. You need more layers. Maybe more layers in our brain, even. Like, physically, we actually need more, like, neural pathways and more layers. We need bigger brains, humans. Yeah. Not that they're calling us small brained or anything like that, but all things have different levels. We're all babies at some point. We're all babies at some point. We're all, like, in the beginning stages at some point. All races have evolved from some kind of level, kind of almost like this. Yeah. The universe is always twisting and in on itself. Yeah. Yeah. Spirit says, like, the universe is a certain shape that's, like, twisting and folding in on itself, like fabric. Yeah, like folds in a fabric, like that. The shape is, what is the shape? I used to know the name of it. Is it a decahedron? Is that it? I'm not saying it right. A dodecahedron? I think that might be it. It's like the shape that people think that the universe is in. And it's like, yeah, it's in that shape, but then it's in that shape multiplied many times, folded in on itself, or like a piece of fabric like this. weaving and changing. That's why because it's all waves, man. It's all waves, man. This isn't the end. It's all waves, man. Okay. Well, what else do you want to talk about? Talk about. Talk about. Hmm. Yeah, okay. So just straight up. Don't ask why. Don't trip over what is behind you. Don't trip out about the past. Spirit says we spend too much time focusing on the past and the way things used to be. We really focus a lot of our energy on the creation. When the creation of the universe. When it's like, yo, that's the past. The real shit is like, what are we evolving into? That's where the real shit is. You guys are so obsessed with finding out the origin of things so that you can understand it, so you can break it down to its smallest parts. But how would you feel when you finally, they're showing me like when people play those tricks on people, where they wrap a present in a box, or wrapping paper, wrap it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you're just there, just unwrapping and unwrapping and unwrapping and unwrapping and spending all this time unwrapping to try to figure out where it came from. What's that little token? What's the thing that caused it? What's that thing that started it? I want to be able to explain why. Don't ask why the universe exists. That's not the important part. It's where we're going. What is it evolving into? But Spirit is like, what you're going to find is an endless loop of searching backwards into time, because the universe folds in on itself. So you're going to get to that point, to that singularity, to the beginning of time. And then you're going to just see the end of time. And it's just going to be a big loop. And you're going to be like, oh, my brain is exploding. Because there is no end. There is no end. There is no beginning. That's the point. So it's just about the now and what we're expanding into and what it's changing now. Stop letting the past hold you back. Stop tripping over the past. That's why it's like, oh, I just need the God. I need to find that particle. I need to find that proof that God's out there creating the universe at some point. It's just endless. You're never going to find that point. You're never going to find that beginning point. Because your technology is just going to keep getting better and better. And as soon as you think, there it is, and it's just going to expand again. And you're going to be like, what? What? We know this. We know this. So just let go and move forward. Don't stop asking why. Why did God create? Just enjoy that He did. Just enjoy that it happened. Enjoy that it happened. Because it's an endless loop of trying to find why and what created it. Endless. It's just constantly expanding, crashing, and folding, and folding, and folding, and folding, and then ripping, and ripping, and folding, and just let it go. What's happening now? What do we expect? What differences are happening now? What changes are happening now? Like, where are we going? Not how it ends. Not how it begins. What's happening now? Where are we going now? What's next? Experiencing life. That's the point. Don't ask why. That is the point. Life is the point. Stop trying to figure out what the purpose of life is, because the purpose of life is just to live. That's it. There doesn't have to be a point. There doesn't have to be a reason. There doesn't have to be a test. There doesn't have to be an end point. There doesn't have to be a beginning. There doesn't have to be. Because you might never know why. Stop worrying about why that person said that, why that person did that, why God created the universe, and just enjoy the fact that it's here. Stop looking. Don't always have to have like the finite proof of it, because it just is endless. The math is endless. The probabilities are endless. They just go and they go and they go and they go. And if you ever think you'll be bigger or smarter than the universe, you're fucking wrong. You won't. So there are, to bring it back around, there are some things, okay, that are just not for you to know. They're just for you to experience. They're not for you to figure out. They're not for you to dig through. It's just for you to vibe and enjoy. Ride the wave that this life is and just dig it. Right? And you can jump on this wave or you cannot, but it's happening anyway. Right? And ride this wave that is life forever. Ride, surf the wave for life. Just go. Go with the flow of the universe. Go with the fact that it's existing and that it's beautiful, that it's expanding and that it's ever changing and developing. And you will never truly understand all the secrets of the multiverse and of the universe and of existence even beyond that. You will never understand those things. And that's okay. That's okay. It's your ego that tries to make you feel like you need to know, but you don't. In the endless, weightless, dark expansion of the universe, there is a bright light of ever evolving hope of what is to come. That's the point. To just live and love and enjoy and fuck. That's part of it too, right? Create new life. Keep going. Keep evolving. That's the point. What's the point of life? To just exist, god damn it. To just exist. Damn it. To just enjoy and live in your truth in every minute. Be grateful for every experience that you have, no matter how it is that you experience it, because it is in that perception of your experience that will change, that lies the key to your awakening. It is the acceptance that you will never know everything there is to know, and to release and to evolve beyond needing to survive and needing to know, so that you can get to that place that's just on the other side of just endless creation and experiencing the awe of endless creation. It's not to understand every little bit and part and name every single little facet of it, or to get obsessed with doing that and to forget, right? If that's part of the enjoying and naming and discovering, there's nothing wrong with that. Love to discover and love to know things, but understand at the end of the day that it always comes down to, it's just about the experience. It's just about enjoying it. It's just about enjoying doing those things. Not criticizing yourself, not tearing yourself down, not belittling yourself or other people for different beliefs or wants or dreams. It's just to experience everything there is to be experienced out there in life. And yes, that means hardships, and yes, that means pain, and yes, that means all the different parts of life. That's just life. And you don't have to let yourself be all consumed by either the dark or the light. That you can walk a bit in both. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop doing this challenge because my heart chakra is ragged. Oh, wow. I'm gonna need a little bit of recovery time on that expansion that I just went through. That, ooh, thank you. That was so interesting. I love experiencing new things like this through spirit. It's wow. This was so interesting. Do you guys like when I do channeling stuff like this? I enjoy channeling. I think it's really fun. Beyond just talking about, I really enjoy talking with you guys about the 3D earth things as well. I really enjoy talking to you guys about the karma and the past lives and the energy here as well. But there's just something so special. There's a special place in my heart for channeling high vibrational energy and like channeling like starseed energy and other dimensions. Like I love it so much. It's quite beautiful. It's quite encompassing. Of course, you have to, practice and create a rapport with your spirit guide team. And there's so much that goes into it. Not just, yeah. But anyway, like anything else, it takes practice, it takes dedication, it takes understanding, it takes the proper tools, it takes the proper knowledge. So it's not to be done lightly, right? I do want to say that it's not to be done lightly, but it is quite beautiful. Thank you guys so very much. A lot of you, Spirit is asking you to like light a white candle, to light a thanks for this information that was just poured into your life through this, to say a prayer or to say to do a meditation or whatever it is, however it is that you give back to your spirit team, however it is that you show gratitude with your spirit team. Definitely do that because this was beautiful. I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to be here doing this and channeling this message for you as I have done. I feel quite exhausted, but I also feel quite energized at the same time. It's such a funny feeling because just their energy is so high vibe and it's gorgeous, and I'm very thankful to be here with you guys. Thank you to everyone that is here seeing this, viewing this, praying over this. I really appreciate you guys for the positive love energy that you bring into my life. If this resonated for you, let me know. If you like the content, give it a like. Let me know that you're enjoying it. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. Hi. Get down, please. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys very much. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, the link for that is my goodness. My animals are so in the vibe of this. They're all over it. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, my contact information is down in the description box down below. Thank you guys so very much. Okay, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.